Jokic in the half court is like Jordan in the finals, goddammit. You're not going to beat him.
Nikola Jokic is quickly climbing the ranks of all-time NBA greats, surpassing legendary players with each milestone he achieves. Every accolade cements his place in NBA history, and his record-breaking statistics are making it impossible to ignore his growing legacy. His ability to carry his franchise to success has only strengthened his case as one of the most dominant players of his era. But how do other NBA legends feel about his rise? Does he truly belong among the game's elite? Jokic has been at the center of many debates about his greatness and value as a superstar. His unconventional style, which blends size, skill, and elite playmaking, has redefined what it means to be a dominant big man. The older generation of NBA stars played in a different era, one that emphasized athleticism and physicality in ways that Jokic does not. So, do they respect his innovative approach to the game, or do they view it as a departure from what made past legends great? Michael Jordan, widely regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, has finally broken his silence on Nikola Jokic. As Jokic continues to carve out his legacy with dominant performances and historic achievements, Jordan acknowledged the Serbian big man's impact on the game in a rare statement. Jordan praised Jokic's all-around skill set and court vision, saying, "The way he controls the game is something special. He's already one of the greats, and he's changing how the game is played." With Jordan's endorsement, Jokic's place among basketball's elite is becoming undeniable. Larry Bird, one of the greatest basketball minds in history, is often compared to Jokic. Both players relied on intelligence and skill rather than relying solely on physical attributes. They could break down defenses with their scoring and, more importantly, their visionary passing.
You're just not going to beat the half court. He is God right here. He's picking you apart. He picks you got to speed the game up, so his big ass got to run back and forth, and hopefully he can get tired.
While Bird played as a forward and Jokic as a center, their ability to see the game multiple steps ahead sets them apart. Bird, known for his appreciation of high basketball IQ, has spoken highly of Jokic's unique style and dominance. It's clear that even among the NBA's most respected legends, Jokic has earned admiration for the way he has revolutionized the modern game. "I would love to play against him," Bird continued. He's good, right? He's good. There are so many great centers over the history of our game. Man, is he good? I just hope he stays healthy and is able to continue to do what he does because he is fun to watch." Bird has since said that probably more so him by the league used to be that when Golden State was healthy, they were really fun to watch. Now, I switched over to Denver. Shaquille O'Neal has never been shy about critiquing the new generation of NBA big men. He sees himself as a gatekeeper of what he calls the Big Man Alliance, taking pride in holding today's centers to the highest standard. Over the years, Shaq has been notoriously tough on modern bigs, often dismissing their impact compared to past legends. But when it comes to Nikola Jokic, even Shaq has to give credit where it's due. On the Dan Patrick Show, O'Neal openly admitted that Jokic is the best big man of this era, acknowledging his dominance and unique style of play. "I look at Joker and how he plays, and this is why he's the best big man in the league," Shaq said. "He is playing the best of his career." I mean, that's saying a lot.
To me, he's Magic and Kareem on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
He's a guard. He makes great decisions, hell of a pass. And then when he wants to be Kareem.
The Joker is balling. Nothing but respect for him. Shaq even remarked, "I don't know if he got mad at me last year, but when I said that I think Shea deserved the MVP, but I actually hope he is mad because I love the way he's playing. He shoots a three, but he mixes it up as well." As Shaq admitted, he initially downplayed Jokic's dominance after he secured another MVP award. This isn't surprising, as Shaq has built a reputation for being tough on modern big men, believing his direct criticism pushes them to improve. But if there's one player who doesn't let outside noise affect him, it's Nikola Jokic. Instead of responding with words, Jokic has only continued to elevate his game, proving his greatness with every performance. For many, Jokic has already surpassed Shaq in all-time rankings, and ironically, Shaq himself highlighted why Jokic possesses a far more versatile offensive arsenal. Unlike traditional big men, Jokic can stretch the floor with elite three-point shooting, making his offensive game nearly impossible to contain. Shaq pointed out that no other center in NBA history has had this level of dominance from every area of the court. Jokic isn't just great, he's redefining what a dominant big man looks like, Shaq said. He is the best player in the game. I like him because as a big man, he's an old-school big man and a middle-school big man. I don't like 7'4" or 5 shooting threes. He has that ability. He goes to it, but when he needs to get in the post, that's where he starts. He goes in the post, he makes his guys great. He's going to play his way. Love the way he plays. What makes Jokic the exception to Shaq's harsh criticisms of modern NBA centers? Unlike many big men who have moved away from traditional post play, Nikola Jokic blends old-school dominance with a modern skill set. As Shaq himself acknowledges, Jokic can overpower defenders in the low post with strength and footwork, much like Shaq did in his prime. However, Jokic also brings a level of versatility never seen before in a center. He can step outside and shoot threes like a shooting guard, act as a playmaking hub in the post like Arvydas Sabonis in the 90s, and orchestrate dribble handoffs and screens at the top of the key like Domantas Sabonis in today's NBA. This unmatched flexibility makes Jokic a player that both old-school and modern fans can appreciate. Shaq's legacy as one of the greatest centers in NBA history was solidified when he was brought to Los Angeles, a move orchestrated by none other than Jerry West, the legendary executive and former player known as the Logo. During that same time, West also took a chance on a young high school prospect named Kobe Bryant, proving once again his unparalleled ability to evaluate talent. Given this track record, when Jerry West speaks on Nikola Jokic, it carries significant weight. West has first-hand experience with the greatest centers in history. He played with Wilt Chamberlain, battled against Bill Russell, coached Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and built the Lakers dynasty around Shaquille O'Neal. He also managed the Showtime Lakers of the 80s, which revolved around Magic Johnson, the NBA's first truly dominant oversized playmaker. Having witnessed every evolution of basketball greatness, West's high praise for Jokic cements his place among the all-time elite. He's a joke. He looks different when you watch him play, West commented. If you watch him around the basket, he absolutely will shoot the ball, touch it and catch it on the other side before these guys move. This statement highlights the finer details of Nikola Jokic's game that many casual fans might overlook. West specifically points out Jokic's touch, basketball IQ, and dexterity, traits that allow him to secure rebounds and control the game without relying on sheer athleticism. Instead of leaping high for rebounds, Jokic positions himself strategically, using anticipation and skill to dominate in unconventional ways. Gilbert Arenas, known for his skepticism toward European players, has been a vocal critic of Jokic as well. On his podcast, he continues to echo many of the common arguments against Jokic, refusing to fully embrace the dominance of the Nuggets superstar. Arenas claim that Jokic is probably statistically the worst MVP winner in the last 40 years. However, this argument misrepresents the MVP award criteria. MVP is not strictly about which team finishes with the highest seeding, as evidenced today by dominant teams like the Cavaliers and Celtics, whose star players may not be top-tier MVP candidates due to strong team construction. Meanwhile, the Denver Nuggets lack depth and a well-rounded supporting cast, yet Nikola Jokic elevates them into one of the most competitive teams in NBA history. When Jokic plays, they contend at the highest level. When he sits, they struggle immensely. His ability to enhance the play of everyone around him is precisely why he is one of the most valuable players in the league. Arenas' claim that Jokic is one of the weakest MVPs statistically is simply inaccurate, as Jokic consistently puts up staggering numbers and shatters statistical records throughout the regular season. Shifting to a more credible and respected media presence, Charles Barkley from inside the NBA has a vastly different perspective. As a former dominant big man himself, Barkley is known for his fearless honesty and scorching hot takes. He has openly criticized the Denver Nuggets front office, arguing that their management has failed Jokic. Barkley believes Jokic is a once-in-a-generation talent and doesn't hold back in calling out the franchise for not providing him with the necessary help to maximize his championship potential. Yeah, they won a championship, but they just let guys go. If you got a guy that great, you got to win some more, Barkley said. He's got another 5 years. When he gets older, his game is still going to be fine because he's not the most athletic brother in the world. I'm telling you, you cannot waste this guy's prime. This guy's the best player in the world. Get greedy. You only hear this type of complaint when discussing an all-time great. The same was said about LeBron James during his first stint with the Cavaliers in the 2000s or Kevin Garnett on the Timberwolves before that era. Sometimes poor management can ruin a player's chance at achieving true greatness, and NBA legends like Charles Barkley understand how crucial franchise leadership is in shaping a player's legacy. Joakim Noah, one of the great defensive anchors of the 2010s, was the complete opposite of Nikola Jokic, known for his relentless defense, but extremely limited in other aspects of the game. Despite these stark differences, Noah deeply appreciates Jokic's offensive brilliance. However, as a defensive specialist, Noah also sees what most casual fans miss: Jokic's defense. While critics often target Jokic's defense as his lone weakness, Noah, one of the greatest defensive minds in NBA history, challenges that perception and highlights how Jokic brings real value on that end of the floor. It's just we've never seen that kind of dominance offensively and even defensively for somebody who isn't athletic, Noah said. For him to be able to guard the way that he does, he's always pointing to his teammates where they need to go. Jokic may not fit the traditional mold of an elite defender, but his impact on that end of the floor is undeniable. His high basketball IQ, constant communication with teammates, massive frame, long wingspan, and sheer strength make him an invaluable presence. He knows how to position himself effectively and disrupt plays. Dwight Howard, one of the most dominant defensive forces of the early 2010s, faced off against Jokic in the 2020 Western Conference Finals while playing for the Lakers. He has spoken about the unique challenge of defending Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup. I love Jokic, Howard said. I literally studied this man all summer. Like, how the hell is he getting these passes off? I used to practice his shot. Like, I'm about to be Jokic. It's crazy, man. That man got the sauce. Howard, a former Defensive Player of the Year, recognizes Jokic's craftiness and deceptive skill set. Despite not having the athleticism of Shaq, Howard, or even Noah, Jokic makes up for it with elite footwork, touch, and passing vision that confuses defenders. All these voices, Jordan Bird, Shaq West, Barkley, and many others, agree on one thing: Nikola Jokic is not just another great player. He is redefining the game, bridging eras, and proving that basketball IQ, skill, and adaptability can rival even the most athletic dominance. As he continues his historic career, the conversation will inevitably shift from "is he great" to "where does he rank among the all-time best?"